Hey Trinity Yoyo Club, thank you so much for that video. I really loved it. I really wish I knew all the names of everyone who asked the questions, but the one playing with my whip edition, you are awesome. So I'm going to answer your questions. First one was, when did I start yo-yoing and why? Well, I actually started when I was 5, and I don't really remember how I began or why, but my dad also yo-yos and we started at the same time. And I just continued it because he did it. It wasn't until Worlds 2003 when I got more involved in yo-yoing and learning more advanced tricks, and it's brought me here now. I basically started yo-yoing when the bind wasn't even invented. There isn't really a time I remember where I wasn't yo-yoing. What was my first yo-yo and what am I using now? My first yo-yo was the Spintastics Terminator, but my favorite yo-yo that I used at the time when I started, Team Lucy Cherry Bomb. The yo-yo I'm using right now is the Yo-Yo Factory Hot. I love this yo-yo so much. I'm definitely using it in my next competition. What string do I use? My favorite string is from Yo-Yo String Lab, Type X. I love this string so much. It's super smooth, soft, and really long-lasting. And I love the yellow color because it plays the best. How many countries have I been to through yo-yoing? I think I've been to about 6 different countries. I went to Russia for their nationals, I went to China for a tour, and also Hong Kong. I also went to Japan for 44 Clash, and then Australia for another tour, and I've been to Europe for EYYC, and I'm going again this year, which I can't wait for. And I've also toured all across the US. I'm really grateful to travel as much as I do with yo-yos, and I'm taking advantage of it as much as I can. Do I have a favorite trick or combo right now? Well, I've been really loving horizontal and sideways tricks. At first, I wasn't really into it. I thought it was super lame, but once I started doing it and learning some basic tricks, it's really fun, and yeah, I love doing it. What do I want yo-yoing to be like in another 5 to 10 years? That is a good question. I definitely want to see yo-yoing on a bigger stage as far as contest goes. I'd love to see every contest like EYYC. I'd love to see it as more of a sporting event. It's been my favorite yo-yo competition. Most definitely EYYC. It has to be the best contest I've ever been to. The venue's amazing, the people are amazing, the stage, the production value, so much hype behind it, and just huge crowds. And I can't wait to go in 2 weeks. Who is my all-time favorite yo-yoer? My all-time favorite is Shinji. And not many people know this story, but before I went to Worlds 2003, I actually wasn't as into yo-yoing as I was when I started. I was kind of falling out of touch, and I didn't yo-yo for about 2 years. And in those 2 years, yo-yoing advanced so much. There's so much progression, and I couldn't keep up with it. And when I went to Worlds, I was extremely intimidated. I only knew like the basic tricks that I learned when I was 5, and I barely knew any tricks at all. It wasn't until I watched Shinji perform that he really inspired me to get better at yo-yoing. I really wanted to meet him and tell him how amazing he was and how awesome he did. And I knew that if some 11-year-old random girl came up to him, it would totally freak him out. So I thought if I got better and people started to know me and recognize me, then it wouldn't be as weird. So really that got me wanting to learn more tricks and practice more. And that's where it has gotten me here now. But my current favorite yo-yoer is Charles Haycock. What has been my proudest yo-yoing achievement? The past year I've been touring with Yo-Yo Factory and performing for hundreds, if not thousands of people, and then afterwards teaching a bunch of kids how to yo-yo. And with that short time that I'm with them, I've taught them so much. I've taught them how to bind and teach them some basic tricks and really brought happiness to them, and that has been my greatest achievement, teaching all these kids to yo-yo and sharing love. Will I still do yo-yoing in 10 years? Most definitely. I always see myself yo-yoing. I mean, there might be moments where I might not yo-yo for a little while, but it'll always be laying around for me to pick up and just play with. I don't think I'll be traveling as much as I am now, but I'll still always do it for the rest of my life. So yeah, again, thank you so much for that video, and I hope you enjoyed this. So thanks guys, and talk to you again soon.